Hello everyone and welcome to Demon Souls, Soul Level 1. After finishing Dark Souls 2 and by extension the whole Souls trilogy, might as well get this done too. This is actually the last Souls game that I played after Sekiro, and I really liked it. I think it holds up really well, I think it's maybe even better than Dark Souls 1. Well, that's a hot take. So the level 1 class is Royalty, which starts with a buckler and rapier and some magic. And we'll see if I'll use magic. It just depends on how I'm feeling. Probably. I don't want to make this like super hard because I want to make it, watchable. Like, I can grind out like a melee only solo kill on every boss. Like, over like a few dozen attempts or so. But I want this to be enjoyable to watch without like copious editing and removal of deaths and the like, so we'll probably use magic, because I've heard that's very good in this game, although I haven't tried it myself.
King Alant XII, by channeling the power of souls, brought unprecedented prosperity to his northern kingdom of Boletaria. That is, until the colorless deep fog swept across the land. Boletaria was cut off from the outside world, and those who dared penetrate the deep fog never returned. But Valarfax of the royal Twin Fangs broke free from the fog and told the world of Boletaria's plight. That the old King Alant had aroused the Old One, the great beast below the Nexus, from its eternal slumber, and that a colorless fog had swept in, unleashing terrible demons. The demons hunt down men and claim their souls. Those who lose their souls also lose their minds. The mad attack the sane, and chaos reigns. Valarfax spoke of the enticing power of the demon souls. Each time a demon claims a human soul, the demon's own soul is invigorated by the life force. And the power of a mature demon soul is beyond human imagination. The legend spread quickly. Mighty warriors were drawn to the accursed land, but none have returned. Bjor of the Twin Fangs, Yurt the Silent Chief, Sage Urbane, Skurver the Wanderer, the Sixth Saint Astraea and her knight Garl Vinland, and Sage Frake the Visionary. The colorless deep fog slowly creeps beyond Boletaria's borders. Humankind faces a slow and steady extinction. The deep fog will eventually swallow all lands, near and far. But Boletaria has one final hope. A lone warrior who has braved the baneful fog.
And has decided against all reason to restrict herself to not leveling up.
Or have the demons found a new slave?
I'll also be... Yes, I would like to play the Journey to the Nexus. I'll try and be going for pure white world tendency, so that just means I'll kill myself off after every boss. It's a whole thing.
Brave soul who fears not death. I shall guide you. So that you may lull the Old One back to slumber.
I like the name The Old One. It implies a sort of cosmic horror angle, which they'll go on to pursue in Bloodborne. So I've got my rapier, which can do a small thrust or a big thrust, or if I two-hand it, mostly the same. Got the buckler, which is good for parrying, and I have a ring that lets me regenerate my magic, and also I can cast Soul Arrow. Where the hell am I going? I'm not used to having this area be lit up, because when I first started playing, this is a bit bugged, but was able to get it fixed. That's some damage, alright. Annoyingly low range on that thing, unfortunately. I love the way this game handles backstab. It's just absolutely perfect, and they fucked it up for every subsequent game. I see what people are saying, that magic is very powerful in this game. Especially because I don't think there are stat requirements from most of the magic as long as I have the mana. It's also interesting that they switched to a spell slot system in 1 and 2. When I feel like mana works perfectly fine. Although I guess if you don't want to go for the Ashen Estus slots like GS3, then I can see why the change. I wonder where this area is supposed to be, like, physically. It could be, like, I guess, another area of 1-1. That would track. It's a very fast casting speed as well. I like all the wooden scaffolding present in these areas. It does a good job of, like, creating the vibe of something, like, unfinished and precarious. I just really enjoy the world of this game in general. As for whether I'll be killing the first boss, depends on whether I get it the first try. It's pretty simple, and hopefully the magic will help, but also I could fuck it up quite easily. But that hit detection is just phenomenal. Never get tired of backstabs in this game only. They suck in every other game. Alright, let's try not to die to Asylum Demon 0.0. Well, that was fun while it lasted. I like the sort of like tiny bat wings on it, and the face with the 3 eyes. It really, with the mention of the old one, it synchronizes quite well on like the cosmic horror angle. But I feel like the redesign and the remake, which sucks in general, really messes.
Drawn from its vessel. Let strength be granted so the world might be mended. So the world might be mended.
I love the Nexus and just everything about this area. I'm a big fan of the Maiden in Black as well. This is only my second playthrough of the game. My first playthrough, I went for a strength build with the bastard sword, because big sword is generally what I gravitate to.
Each of the 5 archstones will connect into the...
You have died and the Nexus has trapped your soul. You cannot escape the Nexus. For those unfamiliar, if you do beat the Vanguard demon, however, by capturing demon souls, you can reclaim your flesh body. Not that I'll be using it. If you beat the Vanguard demon, you get teleported to a new area with some loot, and then you die anyway. So, you know, it's not a huge loss. God, just looking at this place, like the way the floor here, like, the sigils and signs everywhere, and the music and the atmosphere and whatever the hell that statue is of. To this day, this is my favorite hub world. We've got 5 archstones, although we can only access the Boletaria Palace right now. We've got the archstone of the Small King for the Boletaria Palace, the archstone of the Burrow King for the Stone Fang Tunnel, the archstone of the Tower Queen for the Tower of Latria, the broken 6th archstone, which is theorized to be an unfinished area that they didn't have time to release because this game's development was pretty rushed. The archstone of the Shadowmen for the Shrine of Storms, and the archstone of the Chieftain for my favorite area, the Valley of the Violent. There's a bunch of stuff upstairs too, but not anything we can really interact with at the moment. I wonder, do we have magic merchants yet? Because we've got those 2.
Oh my. How has this happened? Has God abandoned us for failing to show proper respect to King Alant? Oh, Mbasa. Oh,
I believe she can show me miracles if I have high enough faith. Seemingly, those are all the people here. Hello, not crestfallen warrior from Dark Souls 1.
Well, you slipped through the fissure too, did you? You came for demon souls? Or to save this land and be remembered as a hero?
I mean, I'm not doing much with those demon souls, so...
Hunting for demons? Try one of the archstones. Now, go. That is why you came, is it not? To this accursed Boletaria. You came for demons? It's all the same. You're just another prisoner of the Nexus. We're welcome here, as long as we keep slashing up demons.
I'm Stockpile Thomas. When the scourge came, I didn't know what hit me. When I came to, I found myself here, in the Nexus. My wife and daughter fell victim to the demons. But I would be worthless in battle. At the very least, I hope to lend my assistance to you brave slayers of demons. I would be happy to lighten your load and look after any excess baggage.
So this is probably the most annoying mechanic of this game. You have inventory size limits.
When the scourge came, I abandoned my wife and daughter and fled like a madman.
And might have to drop shit out in the wild in order to take
dared venture outside
the loot you
these
want.
walls since.
Or give it to
I
this
wish
guy.
I could do more, but I am ignorant of the world beyond these walls. That candle maiden cared for me during my first days in the Nexus. She says very little, but has a kind heart. She's just the age my young daughter would have been. The poor, poor girl. Trapped here with her eyes occluded by wax. If only something could be done to help her. If only something could be...
Yeah.
Wait, where are you going?
Alright, NPCs in this game react to if you just walk away without closing their menu first. It's pretty funny.
You new here? Do you hear for my services? My name's Baldwin. Just an ordinary blacksmith. It's simple. Just bring me all the souls you can. In trade, I'll give you weapons, or forge ones you already have. With your souls, I can eke out a living. And with my weapons, you can go on living. Not a bad deal, huh?
Starting rapier is pretty good though. We'll need a shard of sharpstone for it. Basically, the only thing we'll be spending our souls on is items like grass or stuff to upgrade our weapons with.
Perhaps you've already heard, but there's another blacksmith at the entrance of Stonefang Mine. He's an eccentric old man, but he knows his trade well. He's the only sane one left in a town of soul-starved men. If you do meet him, yeah, well, forget it. That stubborn old ne'er-do-well will just ignore you. There aren't enough blacksmiths in this temple to handle all the work. Only certain ores can be used to forge weapons, but you'll just have to make do. And be thankful that I'm still of good health. And be thankful that I'm still of good.
And if I
It's
walk
simple.
away from him,
In trade with your soul. What's the hurry? Where are you off to? Have you any manners?
You came for demon... Well...
So that was a nice little prologue there before we get started with our first real level in the Boletarian Palace 1-1, or as the remake calls it, the Gates of Boletaria. See you then.